Hello and good evening. Welcome to the mystery show of Rebel TV. Welcome everyone. This is Donnie Parks here on Rebel TV, and I'm glad you made it here tonight. We are going to be talking about solving the mystery of traffic. As you know, we well, if you don't know, we have this show every day at 3 p.m. and on Wednesdays we have our special After Dark show at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tonight we have our esteemed guest, Mindy. Mindy, would you like to introduce yourself really quickly?
Sure. My name is Mindy Bartlett Squillace, and I've been in the Rebel Marketers for, I don't know, almost like 2.5 months now, I guess.
Awesome. Yes. That seems like a long time, I guess, sometime, and sometimes it seems like a short time, I bet.
I feel like I just got here, and I have a lot to learn, but I've also learned a lot in a short amount of time. So yeah, I'm having a blast.
Cool. Yes. So tonight's show, like I said, it's about traffic. The mystery about traffic is what a lot of people want to know is how to get traffic. So first, you may be wondering, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, what is traffic? Down the interstate or what? No, not traffic like that. We're talking about if you have a website or if you have a blog or you have a channel of some sort, then you want people to visit it for whatever reason, so they can see your content, they can watch your video or read your article or buy your product, this, that, and the other. So you want traffic to get to that site. In order to get to that, get more traffic to that site, there are certain things that you can do, by sharing your information online with, people that are online and looking for your product or service, or just want to hang out and see what you've got to offer. So getting traffic is a big mystery because a lot of people don't really know what traffic really is as far as ways to do it. And with our team in the Rebel Marketers, we have certain strategies that we go by, and we build our traffic or getting more visitors or more eyeballs to our site by using these mystery or secret strategies that we have in order to get them. But they're really not a secret. So we're going to share a few of those with you today. And Mindy, I was going to ask you, I already asked you before about your traffic, but if you'd like to tell our viewers, getting viewers, is that one of the things that you found that it's really difficult or really easy, or how is it working for you?
Well, good question, and I found that it's getting easier, and I wish someone had told me that in the beginning. I like to do things right the first time, and you don't have to know me for long to know that about me. I want to know how to do something and be able to do it well before I do it. And that's something that when it comes to getting traffic, you really can't take that attitude, because part of getting more traffic and increasing your traffic is time. Part of it is tweaking your strategies and learning what works based on analytics and getting feedback. So there's really no way to just start and get a whole bunch of traffic. You have to work at it. And I thought that if I just took a magic pill, I'd be able to just get traffic. And no, it's not that way. And it can be very frustrating if you don't understand that it does take time, it takes constant tweaking. And I'm going to give you an example of something simple that I tweaked and the big difference it made. So I wish someone had told me that, and know that it does get easier. I was telling Donnie before we started that now I'm getting leads about every 2 hours, and that's through the night, all day, all through the night now. So, and that's from one a day, one every other day in the beginning. And now I just want to increase it to once every hour and then continue to increase it from there.
That's great. I mean, that is really, to be in just working online in this with this business for 2 months. That's a phenomenal amount of traffic. Just to let you know, you're doing something right. You're doing a great job. So, what were you going to allude to as far as what was it you said about how?
The tweak I made. Well,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start by saying that you need to have a system. When I sit down to work, I have a system, and I do the same thing every day. And so first what you need to really choose is one way of getting eyeballs. For instance, there are lots of vehicles, there are lots of ways to attract people. I personally use YouTube because that's what I'm comfortable with and that's what I like. But I find that if I start to go off on a little Facebook tangent or go on a little Twitter trip, that everything suffers. So especially in the beginning, and probably once I'm much better at it, I'll be able to venture out. But for me right now, I'm essentially a YouTube person, and I'm learning how to effectively increase my views on YouTube, and then the email marketing that goes along with that as part of the communication piece. But so that's one thing you need to know. And then within that, I have a checklist, and I do the exact same thing with every video I create. So I have a checklist that says, once I create a video, I need to put it on my Facebook. I need to share it to StumbleUpon. I need to share it to Tumblr. And I literally do the same thing every time. So I'm sharing that video to a bunch of different places, which is called getting it backlinks.
Yes.
So that's something that you should all have, is a checklist that you literally are doing the same thing every time. I want to mention before I forget, something that often people don't do is they don't use IBO Toolbox and IBO Tube. Those are two great places. I get a lot of views when I share my videos to those two places, especially IBO Tube. So, and then the one tweak I'll talk about in a minute. I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but so anyway, have a checklist and make sure that you're doing the same thing and you're going in one direction using one method.
I think that it's great as far as you have your strategy down, your daily method of operation, and you are on the track to bigger and better things. I can tell. It's great that you have everything worked out to where you can do the same thing over and over again, because that's one of the things that I've had a problem with in the past is being scattered. You know, you like said you were taking a Twitter trip. I like the Twitter trip. I mean, Twitter's great if you want to use that strategy, or you know, whatever you're trying to do to share your content with people that would like to, you know, that can benefit from it. So whenever you're actually sharing it out there like that, there are so many different strategies you can get scattered. I mean, it's just it can be frustrating for one because you're trying to juggle so many things at once. But the laser focus that you have is phenomenal. That's great, because when you're able to concentrate and focus it down to one or two strategies, you know, just to simplify everything, because you know a lot of it some of us have jobs, some of us have kids, some of us have we have daily lives, we have other interests, and there's just not enough time in the day to juggle so many different things. And that's what a lot of people try to do, is they try to juggle so many different things and try this and try that and do so many different strategies and different options. And there's always constant bombardment of things online, as a lot of you may, it's almost like with advertising commercials, different options, shiny objects. You want to see this and that. We run around like crows on the internet sometimes, and it's hard to actually focus on certain things. But when you do, like you're doing, Mindy, I mean, it's the results show, and that's great that you're getting so many views and success, especially with your YouTube channel. And that's YouTube is also one of my strategies. I primarily concentrate on YouTube and Facebook, and it's something to be said for actually following those strategies and focusing on your daily method of operations. It's something that I've learned from our mentors here in the Rebels, and I've been doing it for a while now to some success, and I've really enjoyed it too. That's a lot of fun. That's what the great thing about it is this is fun. I mean, if you like sharing content and you like, okay, let me put it a different way. Like sharing content. Well, if you like sharing what you do, if you have a hobby and you like doing something, and you want to share it with other people, and you do it in a way that you can get views, and more views on YouTube equals more money, you can get paid. That's one of the things. There's a lot of different strategies around getting paid. as far as income disclaimers, you'd probably find an income disclaimer if you're looking at it on a blog anywhere. But I'm not claiming any income. But at the same time, you can make money online through your YouTube channel, through your Facebook, if and it's a lot of fun when you're doing that. It's because you're not just doing it. Oh, I want to see those silly cat videos again. I mean, everybody loves to watch those cat videos. I don't know. I can't get it. What is it with the cat? I have 4 cats, but I don't put too many of those cat videos online. But everyone loves those. So anyway, the point being is that whenever you're focusing and getting your DMO and you're actually getting traffic to your blog, that's solving the mystery. Is you're basically not being scatterbrained, and you're not throwing things around, and you're not trying all these different things at once. I mean, it's great to try strategies, but it's better to master or get really good at one strategy and then move on to something else and try and incorporate that just to increase. So I think it's great, Mindy, that you've got such a head start and a jump on it. You're really in high gear. That's awesome. So do you have any more input as far as strategies or things that you might want to share with anyone else? As far as we talked about Twitter, we talked about YouTube, talked about Facebook. Are there anything else? Is there anything else that you like to do outside of your main DMO that helps generate traffic or at least get eyeballs?
Well, something that I actually am just revamping, and I'm going to use along with the YouTube and just in general the idea of making money online, is my blog. But I've just revamped it because I realized that what I really want to do with my blog is I want to talk about how I'm making money with my blog, but I also want to use my blog just to tell my story and to talk about my family and my kids and my everyday life. I found that I love shooting videos, and shooting videos relating to making money online is great, but there's so many fun things that happen during the day in my life, and I feel pieces of wisdom that I could share on things that I know a lot about that I would consider more personal than just making money online, but have those on a blog that shows that I'm using the blog to make money online. So the blog is something that, honestly, until this point, I was so much into YouTube and getting views and getting people to my capture page that way that I wasn't taking advantage of the blog. And the blog I see as more of a creative outlet and something that's going to allow me to attract a totally different audience as well. That's going to happen upon my material because they're interested in me and my family, which how could you not be? But they are, and then they see that the blog is a blog that I'm using to also generate an income. So that's something that I just wasn't even thinking, and it's very obvious, but I just wasn't thinking in terms of using it as a creative outlet. And now I'm having a blast, and I got to tell a silly story about my son bringing his lawnmower with him on our outing the other day, and it just, that to me is more natural, more fun, and it's the reason why blogs have become so successful, is they allow you to be you and just tell your story and tell about your 4 cats.
Yes. to bounce off of that, as far as the cats, I have a small hobby farm, and so I share some content, not all the time, but I share some content about things that go on my farm. We have put out a big garden and try to grow as organic as we can. I have like 19 chickens and like 10 ducks and a bunch of cats and 2 dogs. So we have this little small farm going on, and it's a lot of fun. But in addition to that, I have outside hobbies that I like to do for fun, and anything that I do, farming, hobbies, obstacle racing, martial arts, all this other stuff that I'm interested in, I can share it on my blog. Yeah, people post stuff on Facebook, but when I can put it on my blog, I can make a video and put the video on my blog. I can write about it. I can just pour in my passion and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is so much fun. This is what I do. This is me. And that, like you said, it's a creative outlet that it's not like no other. A blog is what we do. It's a chronicle of our daily lives, and if we can make money or monetize that and share it with the world and inspire others, that's one of my missions, is to actually inspire others to do the same, to actually open up and follow their passions, follow their bliss, if you will, and use their blog and use the tools that are available in today's world, especially online, and just you know, go for it. Go for it and live the life that you always wanted to deserve. And as they say, live on the beaches of the world one day. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun doing that, and a lot of people on our team and the Rebel marketers are climbing the success ladder and having fun. And I've seen people, and like a lot of my friends and people on our team, they're posting pictures all the time of all this travel that they're doing, and it's just a lot of fun. We just have a great time. So we're probably winding down to the end of our mystery show. I hope that we have actually cleared up some of the mystery of traffic for you guys, and at least open the door so you can see a little bit more about what we do and what traffic is and how it may benefit you. And I'd like to thank you for actually tuning in and watching the show today. And whoever invited you to this show probably put a link down here or somewhere close by. So if you'd like to click that link and go and see what they're showing you as at least a gesture to say, hey, look at this. I care enough about you. You should take a look at this. So yeah, please do that. And Mindy, if you have anything else to say as we close out, I'd like to, if you have any closing thoughts.
Just the idea of using whatever traffic strategy you use, you will get better at it, and a lot of that is making small tweaks. And I'm going to tell one quick story, and that is for one of my YouTube videos, I created a description, and I posted that video, and then I decided to write another description and just change. And so I posted the video, and for those keywords, I came up and I was number 6 for those keywords. And I went ahead and switched out the description and reposted the video, and I was then number 3. And there's a big difference between 6 and 3. Number 3 is obviously above the fold, something you can see on your computer screen without having to scroll down. Mm-hmm. Whereas number 6, obviously you have 5 people on top of you and you have to scroll to see it. So, and that was one quick tweak that I could make. And now I know that that's something that I need to look at with my other descriptions and see if I can make little tweaks there. So I'm always learning and getting better. And if I was going to Facebook and Twitter and all of these other places and trying to become good at all of them at once, I wouldn't be good at any of them. I wouldn't have the time to put into it. Mm-hmm. So that's the main point I want to make is choose one that fits who you are and what you can see yourself doing every day, because that's another part of it is you need to do this strategy every day, and then learn as you go. And just go and learn as you go.
That's awesome. That's I can't top that. That's great. As far as learn as you go, learn, do, teach is one of our mottos. So yeah, you learn it and you do it, and just teach it and show other people. So that's the end of our show. I guess we can conclude our show. I'm glad that you guys showed up, and come back next time. We'll be back on schedule 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Be sure to check it out, Rebel TV, and get back with whoever invited you to the show, and take care and have a great night or evening or morning or wherever you are in the world. So, out. See ya.